Hello, kind citizens. It is I, the Good Brother, reporting to you live for another special edition of Area 757 TV. It's time, y'all. I know y'all been waiting for my input on this whole drone slash UFO slash UAP whole situation going down. Y'all have seen it. I've been speaking on it for years. I'm the one that told you the great reveal of 2024 was coming. I'm the one that dropped Catastrophic Disclosure. Shout out to my album, Exoplanet Music, which is doing very well, being added to playlists. But we are going to get into a lot today. I'm actually going to have this in a two-part series because there's so much to cover. So let's get to the basics because it's going to be three main topics in my videos today. So of course, I'm going to address the UFO, UAP, orb situation, the extraterrestrial non-human intelligent aspect of it. So that's the first thing I'm going to address. Part two, I'm going to be addressing adversarial tech, whether it's China, whether it's Russia, which is just as bad. That's scary. I'm speaking with people in the intelligence, and that's a lot, not all, but some seem to think it is. I have my doubts, but even if that is the case, say, okay, you're right. It is China and Russian adversarial tech roaming around our sensitive airspace bases with impunity. That is not good. They'd rather say that than UFOs. That's how sad it is, because this is a sad and scary situation. I'm not one to spread fear, y'all, but it is what it is. I got to keep it 100. And finally, I'm going to go with the third option, which is a PSYOP mission. Project Bluebeam, for those that, are in the UFO community and know what I'm talking about, where basically the government is implanting this to install fear in us, y'all. So again, there are games being played. Guess who's in the middle? We are, the everyday citizens. So sit back, relax as I take you on this ride. And I know y'all been waiting for this to drop, and I'm actually going to have highlights from Ross Coulhart, Jeremy Corbel, and George Knapp from Weaponize. So you'll hear from the professionals and their aspects too. So without further ado, let's get into Ross Coulhart first. Let's go to one of his episodes. Check this out, what he has to say.
Eyes of the world, the most extraordinary display of something, objects in our skies, the frequency of which I've never had reported to me to such an extent before. It's off the charts. It's absolutely amazing to be receiving reports, as I am hourly, minute by minute, from people in countries all over the world who are saying that they are seeing objects, strange objects, glowing luminous orbs, orange orbs, blue triangular shaped objects hovering over often sensitive military facilities. Now, of course, the biggest area of reports has been in the United Kingdom in recent weeks, and we know that over some of the most sensitive bases in the UK, RAF Lakenheath, RAF Feltwell, bases where the United States allegedly stores nuclear weapons, there have been sightings of strange drone-like craft for some time. Now, why do I say drone-like craft? Well, I only say that because intelligence community sources have been in my ear for some time, assuring me that these are not aliens, they're not unidentified anomalous phenomena. They are reportedly, according to intelligence insiders, known foreign adversarial drones. They must be highly advanced drones based on what I'm hearing, but the claim is that they are foreign adverse drones, foreign adversarial nation drones. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't necessarily believe everything I'm told by members of the intelligence community, and I think we're entitled to be skeptical in this case. Not least because we know from intercepted military communications before they were digitised and encrypted when they realised their comms were being monitored, some of the clever skywatchers around RAF bases in the United Kingdom picked up on the fact that at least one pilot was referring to UAPs, not drones. So if the pilots themselves that are being sent up to intercept these objects perceive them as unidentified anomalous phenomena, not drones, what aren't we being told? And that's the bigger issue here.
All right, so you just heard from Ross Coulhart, and like he said, this is happening everywhere, y'all, across the world. It's still happening in New Jersey. The frequency has turned up. There's been sighting here in Northern Virginia as of today. Everywhere. This is an issue, y'all. And again, I'm about to play a clip now from Weaponize with Jeremy Corbel, George Knapp. They had Christopher Sharp up here, who's actually a respected journalist in the UK reporting on this, y'all, where they're going to ask good questions like, why can't we track these things? Where are they going? They don't know where they're coming from, where they're going. This is a problem, y'all. This is serious. Pay attention.
Either. Do you happen to know, Chris, if they've tried in the UK in these incursions? Obviously, they can't be tracked. They just suddenly are there, and then they're gone, and we can't track them to where they came from or where they go. They're there. Has anybody tried to shoot one down or take one out or disable it with EMP or missiles or rockets or bullets or anything?
Yeah, so there are rumors circulating that two were brought down by the US Air Force. I've asked the US Air Force to comment on that. Nothing's come back to me so far, but but also, you know, there are a lot of eyes on this base, and there's a lot of people living in this area. There's been no eyewitness testimony of anything being brought down as well. So it's really difficult to tell. There's a communications vacuum when it comes to this. I think one of the concerns possibly could be that when you return back to sender, it's supposed to send back to where it originated from. I think there's a fear as well that, you know, someone may have edited that so it actually goes onto the airfield, perhaps on the flight line. It has a payload and it could potentially
but if they have payloads, they're not going to put lights on them, and they're not going to let you know. That's not how that works in combat. It's never worked like that in combat. So that's a bullshit excuse. Where are they coming from? We have the best tracking satellites on planet Earth. Where are they coming from?
We don't know, right?
This is the thing, we don't know, but we do know that, you know, like you said, we have the best satellites. You know, you've got the NRO, you've got the NGA, and there's various sensor systems that could put eyes on this area to actually determine this information.
All right, so you just heard from Jeremy Corbel, George Knapp, Christopher Sharp. I love that show, Weaponize. Definitely check it out, y'all. And like they said, we have the best technology, but we still can't track these things. We still don't know where they're coming from, where they're going. We have still yet to see one fucking picture, y'all. Not from the Langley Air Force Base swarm here in Virginia where I'm at. We ain't still seen nothing from that. Or from these recent swarms. They just tell us they're drones. And again, listen to this last clip I'm about to play, because there are going to be more episodes I'm dropping this week where I'm going to get into some more stuff. But listen to the governor of New Jersey saying this is serious, and I'm glad to see that news people out there. This is recent. He just said they're so sophisticated, y'all. As soon as you get eyes on them, they go dark. So again, ask yourself, is it time for disclosure yet? Are you ready for the answers yet, y'all? It's up to you. Pay attention.
Sent a letter to you this morning asking for a clarification. What can you tell us? What is going on, and why is it taking so long to come up with an explanation?
Yeah, it's a good, I don't blame people for being frustrated. Let me say, most importantly, right up front, we see no evidence, and I say we, this includes Homeland Security, FBI, Secret Service, our state police, authorities at all levels of government. The most important point to say is we don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing. We had last night 49 sightings. I think 20 of them were over 100. Now those include, I think I saw one mistaken a fixed-wing aircraft, a plane, a small Piper Cub, for instance, for a drone, or you saw one and that counts, and then I saw the same one and that counts. So we think these are overstated, but it's a non-zero number. I was on with the White House and Homeland Security leadership literally at the very top yesterday for pretty much all day. I'm hoping we'll get answers sooner than later. I would just ask folks to continue to let the FBI or their local law enforcement know when they see something, and we'll continue to do everything we can with our federal partners to get clearer answers.
Why is it so hard to get answers?
These are apparently very, as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark.
Hello and welcome to On the Record. Flying saucers, extraterrestrials, monsters from outer space. The government has been telling us for years that they're not real. They're weather balloons or swamp gas or reflections from the